Hello, everyone. Very good evening. Okay, so I'm sure now I'm live. Guys, please let me know if you are able to hear me. Okay, so yeah, I believe I should be. Can someone please confirm if you guys can hear me? Hi, Sanjay. Sanjay to Sanjay. Thanks for joining. Can you hear me? Can you just confirm, please? Great. Okay, so yeah, we'll wait for a couple of minutes to let others join. Meanwhile, if you guys have any question, feel free to ask me. Hello, Vikas. Thanks for joining. Hi, Nissan. Okay. Any questions, guys? Anyone tried Test Case Hub, the new tool? Have you guys tried Test Case Hub? So basically, the agenda for today's live is that like lots of new features and new innovation has been added in Selectors Hub over the time, like in last 3-4 months, and lots of new tools as well we have launched, which which are like very helpful, and it like once you will see them, once the features will be let you like I will tell you guys, that's where you guys will feel like okay, they are like really helpful, because first we need to understand that what problem we are going through, and then like from there you can get to know okay, these are the problems. Okay, so I guess we can start now. So let me quickly share my screen. So first we will see that what all things, new things has been, new innovation has been added in Selectors Hub Test Case Studio plugin. And then we will see like what all tools are there which has been introduced newly, and what are the like special features or something special in them that can help you guys on a daily basis. So first of all, like what's new in Test Case Studio? So you see that if you guys are already using Test Case Studio, so Test Case Studio is like very helpful plugin whenever you want to record the steps, or like here you can go to this page. So if you want to record some of the steps while doing the manual testing, like you can say the functional testing, so-called functional testing, if you, when you are doing the functional testing, and at that time if you need the like steps, if you want to record these steps, that automatically they get keep on recording in the background so that you don't miss anything, like you don't like, you will not have to repeat those steps, you will not have to think while raising a bug that what were those steps. So that's where Test Case Studio help a lot. So if you are new to Test Case Studio, this is where you can get all the details here, and you can install it on any of the browser whichever you want. So we already have installed it here. So if you click on this, it opens like this, and now if we perform any action here, it will show, it will keep recording those steps automatically in the test case studio window. So here you see that like all these steps has been automatically recorded in test case studio window. So now you observe here that like you see steps they were there. Now we have the great feature that screenshot. So you will automatically get this screenshot. So suppose if you are on this page, let's say, and we got the bug here that in this field we are not able to enter the value and we have to raise a bug. So earlier we have to take the screenshot, then highlight the field in that, and then share it with the developer, or like uh, if you are raising a bug in like in any test management tool like Bagasura or Jira anywhere, so that's where you have to highlight that particular field, take the screenshot, highlight that field, and then attach it into the like in your tool. But now you will not have to do that because SelectorsHub will automatically, sorry, Test Case Studio will automatically take that screenshot. It will highlight the field that you can automatically like just means you can just download and upload in your test management tool, or if you want to share it with your developer, that you can do. So it will be like very easy for you. So this is one feature that we have introduced in Test Case Studio where you get these screenshot. And the good thing about these screenshot is that like let me download this. If you click on test case download button, so you see that here these screenshots will be downloaded here, and the screenshots, good thing about these screenshot is that they have the name of that particular steps. So like this particular screenshot is for click on first name. So we will not have to waste time to like we will not have to waste time to identify for which step this screenshot was taken. So this is a great feature which we have introduced recently in Test Case Studio. If you guys haven't tried yet Test Case Studio, this is a very helpful plugin where you will get automatically all the steps recorded, data, XPath, selectors, screenshot. You can add step, delete step, and lot more things. So this is the new thing, screenshot thing. And whenever you don't want to take the screenshot, you can turn off this toggle. And then if you will record these steps here, let's say you are like you click here in courses, you click here on practice page, then you click on here on home button. So now it will not take the screenshot. So you see that steps has been recorded, but screenshots is not there. But if you want to take, you can again turn on the toggle and then it will take the screenshot. So this way it will be very helpful that whenever you want to take the screenshot, you can take the screenshot while performing your testing, and you will not have to highlight that field manually, you will not have to take the screenshot manually, you will not have to set the name manually. It will be happening automatically. Great. So this is really great feature we have added here. Then another feature is execute recorded steps on TestRigor. So if you see that we have recorded these steps, and many of you have like, so many of the users were asking that can we have a something like where we can automatically execute these steps, like steps has been recorded, but sometimes that we wanted to execute them and want to generate some code or something like that. So can is there a possibility that we can execute these steps? So yes, now it is possible. You have a feature here, execute this test on TestRigor. So you just have to click on this button, nothing else, and it will take you to the TestRigor website where you can where it will be automatically executing the test case. So you see that it has opened this and it is executing here. So this way your test case will automatically executing on TestRigor, and here you can see the progress like it is executing here, and these steps are happening, you see that. So all those things is possible now. So now you can execute your test case which you have recorded on Test Case Studio just by one click on TestRigor. So these are two really great features which we have introduced in Test Case Studio recently. If you haven't tried yet, please do try. This will be very helpful, and you guys will save a lot of time if you haven't yet tried Test Case Studio. Okay, now let me show you guys the what next is there. What are other innovations we have added? What's new in SelectorsHub plugin? So in selectors of plugin, lots of new innovations has been added where which will solve a lot of problem for you guys. The very first thing is verifying the playwright selectors. Earlier it was like very challenging. Let me just make it correct here. This is playwright selectors. So earlier it is very challenging to verify the playwright selectors. Now let me show you guys how, if any one of you are using playwright or you are learning playwright, or if in future you guys will use playwright. So how do you verify playwright selectors? We have to, let's say like this is a very simple code. So generally we have to run the playwright code in debug mode. So this is how you run. And it opens a browser window in debugger mode like this. Then you execute it like one step, it opens something. Then you right click just to verify one selector. I'm showing you one playwright selector. So let's say you go to console here, you have to go to console, and then there you have to, like, if you have to verify any of the playwright selector, let's say you want to verify this one, or let's say this playwright selector you want to verify. So then you copy this, then you go here in this window, that's where you have to type playwright and all those things you have to do. But here in selectors hub, you need not to like open window, separate window, playwright window, then you go to console, then you paste it there, type playwright and all. No, you need not to do that in selectors hub. Just simply go to that page where you want to verify, of course, and open here selectors hub and paste it here, hit enter. It will verify your playwright selectors easily. So you will not have to basically open the like run the code, then open window, then go to console, then type whatever that formula is. You need not to remember that formula. Like many times you are not able to remember that what is the formula in playwright to verify playwright selector, what is the formula to verify xpath and all. So you need not to remember, just selector you paste like the standard way we used to verify XPath in CSS selector, so that you can do it here now. Another great tip I would like to give you guys that most of the time you must have seen like in past that selector sub is always a last tab. Remember guys that selector sub is always the last tab here like this. Let me just add it at last. Like whenever we used to open dev tools, let me just shrink it, generally it used to open like this, and every time you have to click on these two arrow, then you open selector sub. But now this you need not to do, you can drag and drop wherever you want to drop the selector sub tab. So now you can make it the first tab here in your dev tools, so that like in next time you will not have to like go there at the end clicking on double arrows. So now you have it at first place. So that's a great thing, like you can do this here quickly. Another great thing that we have removed the sign up or so-called registration form. So where whenever you install the selectors hub or test case studio for the very first time, you will not have to do that. You can just install and directly enjoy using it. Then we have introduced commands for Cypress, Playwright, and Selenium with Python. So you know that today, I'm not sure if everyone is aware about this feature, which is already there in selectors hub. So suppose we inspect this element. So you see that it is generating with these XPath and selectors, right? So we can simply copy this value and go to our editor. And here we can write that driver dot find element I dot XPath, right? And then paste the value. So this is how we complete this command. But you know that you can generate this complete command in selectors hub. There is a button here, set driver command, click on this, and now you see that you got the complete command. So you can simply copy this and paste it in your code and done. So this is really amazing and we can save a lot of time. But most of you are not using this command driver.find element, because in industry, in companies, we used to use the like different customized command. So for that, like somebody is using Selenium with Python, somebody is using Cypress, someone is using Playwright now. So for that region, like how can we generate those commands? So now you have those options here. Just click on this box and you see that here you have this Cypress cy.get. Select this and hit enter. you got the Cypress command. You simply copy this and go back to your editor and paste it. So your Cypress code, you can get that. If you are using, let's say, Playwright, so you see that here you have this await page dot locator. You can select this and hit enter. You got this Playwright one. You can copy this and paste it here. Suppose you are using Selenium with Python, then you have this driver.find underscore element. So those who are using whichever format, they can choose that and select this, copy and paste it. This is how you got more options here for the commands, which you can directly, with which you can directly generate the code, and it will be very, very helpful. And directly you can copy and paste in your code. So this will save a lot of time for you guys. So these are like couple of new features. Apart from this, like lots of great improvements has been done in like Selectors Hub and Play Test Case Studio at both end, and many features has been added. Lots of improvements has been done. Like for an example, if I will show you, earlier Selectors Hub used to generate like whenever you there is some semicolon like apostrophe s, sorry, whenever there is an apostrophe s like men's t-shirt here, so there is a apostrophe s. So generally we write the x path with single quote. Now there is a apostrophe s, so we cannot use outside single quote because inside there is a single quote. So this was creating a lot of problems with many people that their x path is not working in code at all. So now Selectors Hub used to generate whenever there is an apostrophe s. Selectors Hub will now split the string into two part, and then it will generate without apostrophe s, apostrophe this. So you will not have any problem while using those XPath in your automation script. So lots of minor improvements has been done a lot that even I can't list down all of them. So those has been done, and it has been made like very stable. And so Selectors Hub is now very stable, and you will not face any challenges. Everything is really great. Now let's talk about the new tool. What all those new tools has been added at under Selectors Hub umbrella. So the very first thing we have introduced recently, Test Case Hub. So if you guys are not aware about Test Case Hub, let me tell you. So suppose we have to test any particular functionality or scenario. So the very first example, let's say you have to test search page, and you have never tested search page, search functionality you have never tested. So how you will get those scenarios? You might be able to think some of the test cases or test scenarios for test search functionality, but if you haven't done in past, you cannot test that as an expert. If you have like suppose even in fact like you have done that and you have some expertise, if I ask you, let's say test cases for login functionality today, you will tell me let's say 5 test cases. But tomorrow, if again I ask you the same for login, there are high chances that you will not be able to tell the same test cases. There are chances that you might add few more good test cases, or there are chances that you might not be able to tell even those test cases which you told yesterday. So basically, like if you test a functionality today and after 1 week you test same functionality, there are chances that you might miss some of the scenarios. So how can we make sure that whenever you test any particular functionality, you always cover each and every test case which is really required for that particular functionality or feature? And if you suppose in your team you have a team, and there is a 2 year experience, there is a fresher, there is a 10 year experience, and you want to make sure that whether that feature is being tested by fresher or 10 year experience guy, you want to make sure that both person does the same kind of same level of testing. At least the sanity and the features should not break. Business requirement could be different. So for that reason, we have invented this test case hub now, where you can get all the test cases and test scenarios at one place for every particular functionality, which are written by the community and approved by the community, whether they are good or not. So let's see how this works. So this is basically encyclopedia of test cases and test scenarios. This is the repository of test cases. So here you open. So this is how it opens. Very simple app. It's a web page where you can search. Let's say we search for login functionality. So here you will get all the test cases. It will be listed down here, and there you will see that lot many entries are there, lot many test cases are there. Very good test cases, like after logout, press back button. It shouldn't show logged in. Many a times we've like missed these kind of test cases. Test login timeout screen message. Open logged in app in multiple tabs. Log out from one tab. Should reset. Result login out from all other tabs. So you see that all those things are here. You can see that positive, negative test case, who is the author. You can upvote, downvote here. So whichever test case will be like more upvoted, that will come on top here. So all those things you will get it here. And if you find any test case is missing and any particular functionality is missing, you can submit the test case here and we will review, and then they will start appearing here. So this is really great invention, which is really helping people, and a lot of people are getting advantage, and already whole community is contributing in it. So this is going to evolve over the time. Like, let me search for radio button. So you see that this test case is written by this person, and who has reviewed this, reviewed by SK Amir. So you will find that who has written this test case, and you if you click on that, it will show you his like profile, LinkedIn profile, who has written that, and who is the reviewer. If you click on that, so you can see the who is the reviewer of that test case. So this way you will be having the authenticity and clear picture that if this person has written the test case, let's say somebody who is from like some great company like Google or some thoughtwork or some startup, so you can be make sure that okay, this test case is written by a 10-year experience guy from this particular company. So in that case you have that advantage. Oh, this is this is written by this person, so now this test case is good. We can take this in our functionality testing. So that way it is going to be very helpful. Yes, of course there are like less test cases right now, but over the time there will be more test cases. It is going to be basically like evolve. So as much as you guys will support, this is growing, keep we will keep on growing. So I will request all of you that whichever particular functionality you are an expert in, like let's say somebody is expert in credit card test cases, so you please contribute, you please add those test cases, just 5 minutes every day or in a week, 5-10 minutes, take a time. Whichever functionality you have tested ever, you feel that you know really good test case for that those particular feature or functionality, please submit it here. It will be reviewed and it will appear here. In future when you will be testing at some other places or in some company or in any situation, if you will require those test cases, you can just simply come and search here and you will get them. So you will never lose those test cases whichever you test. So this is really great, and we also have like lot many features that if you click on this add test cases, here you have the bulk upload feature as well, so you can upload many test cases in bulk. So this will be also another great thing. So there are really great features in test case hub, and it is really helping each and everyone. Yeah, so this is test case hub. Do you guys have any question? If you have any question, any feedback, feel free to let me know. Now let me take a pause here and look at your chat. If you guys have any question, any feedback. This is evolving, guys, test case hub, and over the time it is like many people used to say it's like a Stack Overflow for testers. So over the time, of course, like very earliest days, like Stack Overflow, there was nothing. Now because community has contributed, so it has all the answers for each and every question. So does the like test case hub will have over the time. Like Google, the day one it was nothing. Now it has all answer for all the questions. The same test case hub will have over the time. Then we have like lot more things I have to show you guys today. Okay. So let me show you few more things. So in results, like with the help of test case hub, now startup companies which don't have many tester, which can't assure their product is being tested well or not, now they can now they have this test case hub, so they can just simply search, they can get search their test cases here, and they can ask their team that even if they have one tester, or even if they doesn't have tester, developer only, he can just search the test cases and do the testing. Companies which don't have the test cases documented, they just have to trust on the mood or mind of the testers when he test it. So now they can just like, it will not depend on like how good how good my mood is today for testing. So like irrespective of mood and mind, we can like always get all the test cases at one place, because of course like if our mindset is not good, if we are in a stress or something, then we might not be able to think all of the really great scenarios. But now we you can get it always. One can't assure that all corner cases and major scenarios covered or not. Yes, absolutely right. That one cannot assure. But you can assure that if these test cases, like these 10 test cases are written from different companies, people, so then you are assured that okay, these are the best test cases. And then upvote and downvote button is there. So if those test cases are upvoted more, then you can say yes, they are like really good test cases. And many a times a startup can't afford testers, so developers do their testing. So but very rare parent I mean like parents can't accept bug in their baby. So same way, like developer generally don't test in such a way that they find some bugs in that. So so that way it will be very helpful for them. Now let's see more new tools here. So we have introduced Test Case Studio Pro. So like I just showed you guys that Test Case Studio, which is very helpful. This is the next gen recorder plugin. I mean, it's basically the pro version of Test Case Studio. So yes, guys, we have introduced two pro tools, because a pro version of SelectorsHub and Test Case Studio region, like we lot of lots of our users demanded for lot many features which are really time saving, and they wanted to improve their productivity. And at the same time we have to like keep running our free products and keep survival, like keep everything running, keep innovate more things, more tools and everything. So for that reason, like we require funds as well at the same time. So for that reason, we have these two pro versions. But with that, like be assured that free tools will be always be free, and they will be always getting updates and everything. So don't worry about that. But yes, if somebody is required that they need more features and they need more advanced things, so then it is here. But they like pro version is also like almost free, just $1 per month. And so selector sub is like just $1 per month pro version, so that is like just nothing. And test case studio pro $2.5 per month, which is like almost just like coffee cost. So not at all, nobody is going to I mean it is not at all like uh, premium. Basically it's almost free, and I highly recommend that all of you that you don't take it from your pocket, just take a free trial and ask your company to take the team plan. So like it can be like whole team can get benefited. Okay, now what are the features in test case studio pro? Now you have the video recording. So you see that in test case studio, I just showed you guys that you can record the like steps, screenshot, everything. Now let me show you this test case studio pro here. So when you click on this logo here, this is how it used to open. So let me log in. So you once you log in here, it opens like this, and next time you will not have to, like if I close it now, and now if I close open it, you will not have to log in again and again. It was just very first time when you will install, and then after taking the subscription you do, then only. Okay, so this is how it opens. So you see that here, if you perform any actions or something like that, like what we did in test case studio, so you will see that all these steps has been recorded. Of course the new UI is there. Here you see that it record all the URLs for each and every step. XPath CSS selector is there. Yes, you have the feature here. You see that record screen. So if you want to record any particular screen, even if it is a desktop app, or if you want to record the any particular browser tab. So those things you can do it here. You can select entire screen if you want to record, if you can want any particular window like desktop, that you can do, or you want to record any Chrome tab, that also you can do. So you can record the video here. You have the logs as well. Another great feature, you get the logs. So for each and every step you will get the network logs here, because generally like developer ask for the logs, so you have that feature. Then you have the different download options. Now you see that you can download Excel, you can download in CSV format, in PDF format. You have option to just download the screenshots as well, if you want to separately download a screenshot. And you have the option to copy this complete test case, because currently in free version you have only like you can copy these steps or like XPath or CSS selector, but here you have option to copy the complete test case. You just simply click on this button, the complete test case is copied, you can paste it in your XLS. So this is another great feature. You can download all the logs here, these network logs, if you want. You can download the previous test case which you have recorded. If by mistake you click on this close, you can again like you can download that previously. You have option to add and delete a step. So suppose if you have added any step here, and or you have deleted some step here, if you want to get that again, you have undo feature here, you can undo that step. You have more customization in the advanced version, click on this. So here you see that if you don't want to record the scroll event, if you don't want to record the shift, or if you want to record the don't want to record the arrow keys, then you can skip that, like you just uncheck and it will not record. Here you have another great feature, that is suppose this is like when you type something in the page here, let's say you search here for selectors hub. Sure, because I will show you that recording feature for Windows application. So here you see that we have entered selectors hub. Suppose you don't want to record selectors hub. In that case, you can pass the variable. So this will take the variable as well. So there are like really great features. You have the more customization, whatever column you don't want to see. Let's say you don't want to see these columns, you can hide them from here. So all these options are here in Test Case Studio. You have more features like attribute filter. You can pass the value here. You can generate without attribute, with attribute. Then you have the command feature here. So here in command feature you have all those commands as well, like if you want to generate XPath and CSS selector with particular command, let's say Cypress, you hit enter, so you get with Cypress. So that thing is also here. Now let me show you video recording. Suppose, because today we don't have any like such kind of feature, that if you want to record, let's say Windows application, okay, so it will record the windows like video. You can record the video, steps will not record, and the screenshot, but you can record the video. So suppose we are testing a, let's say, Windows application. Okay, so you just click here and click on this window. Here you can select which window you want to record. So let's say we want to record this Visual Studio. Okay, so we'll select this and click on share. Now you see that whatever actions we will perform here in Visual Studio, that only will be recorded. So I mean actions and whatever, whenever we will be on this window, then only it will be recording, otherwise it will not be recording. So let's say I press Control C here. Okay, so and suppose I did something here, so this is getting recorded in video. And now in between, suppose if I go to browser, Chrome browser, here, and let me open this. So you see that lots of things we have performed, but it will not record. It will record only whatever we did on Visual Studio. So let me stop this recording. You can view this recording, download this, and now let me play this. So you will see that it has recorded only whatever we did on Visual Studio. So this is the video, you see that it is playing here. Whatever we were doing, that has recorded, but when we switch to Chrome browser, it will not record that. So basically this is going to be very helpful if you are doing the desktop based application testing or any kind of testing. So this video recording is very helpful feature in the pro version. So this you can download as well. So likewise, there are like many features in Test Cases Studio Pro version, and I will highly recommend that you guys take a free trial. Just go to website and here Test Cases Studio Pro. Very simple, just 4 steps is required. You install the Pro version and take the free trial from here, and then that's all. After taking the free trial, you will get the credential in your email, and with those credential you can log in and enjoy using it. And post that, it is just $2.5 per month, like 100 rupees per month for Indians, and it is very very cheap. I will highly recommend you guys just take the free trial and post that, ask your company to take the team plan, so that like whole team get benefit and you guys will not have to pay it from your pocket. So that's the Test Case Studio Pro, guys. SelectorsHub Pro. This is really incredible and just amazing, and I can say just wow, wow. The features what it has in it, those are like really crazy. Now let me show you how. What all features are there in SelectorsHub Pro? So first thing is like of course the new UI. Then the very first feature, SelectorsHub Inspector. This is really great feature. Let me show you how. So, you know that today, if you open Selectors Hub, we have this feature that we can generate multiple selectors. Like if you have to generate selectors for all of these, you can inspect them one by one. So you have to every time select this Chrome DevTools Inspector. You have to every time select this, right? You see that every time you have to click here and then inspect it. So if I have to inspect these 5 elements, so it generates five for 5 elements. But again and again, we have to click it here, right? So can we not? Can't we do it in single shot? Yes, we can do this. Now you see that in Selectors of Pro version. Here you click on this multi-selector generation button and then select this inspector. So this is the Selectors of Inspector, and now you see the magic. We need not to select that DevTools inspector again and again. You see that I'm just clicking on here and it is getting recorded here, all of them in single shot. So this is actually single shot that you get. You are able to record all these selectors and everything. And whenever you want to just disable this inspector, just right click and it will be disabled, or you just click on this button. So it's very easy, very smooth, and so simple. It is just amazing and saves a huge amount of time. And you want to convert these XPath into code, so yes, of course, you know that you just turn on this command feature and all those things. So this is inspector is really great feature. And if you at any point of time you missed something and you want to learn more, you can always find the tutorial right there in Selectors of window, so you will see that. So this is inspector. Another great feature in this like with regards to inspector is that you see that in Selectors Hub, you can generate the X path for one element relative to other element. Like if you want to generate X path for one element relative to other element, let's say you want to generate X path for user email with respect to enter email. So we can do that. I'm not sure if you guys have ever tested this feature, I mean, ever tried this feature. So let me show you. So here you see that access button is there. Click on this, and first it is asking you to inspect parent. So suppose we want to generate XPath for this enter email with respect to user email. So first inspect that user email, which is parent. And now it is asking you to inspect child. So inspect the enter email. It has generated the relative XPath, basically access based XPath, one element for one element with respect to other element. Cool. But if you observe that here, to generate this access based XPath, we have to again click on 2 times this inspector. Like this is the XPath for pro plans with respect to products. Okay. Can we do it even better? Yes. In Selectors of Pro, now you see. So here you have this access button, click on this, same, and there's an inspector, select this, and now you see, just inspect this element, then this element. XPath is generated for enter email field with respect to user email. You need not to select that DevTools inspector again and again. You want to generate for pro plans, first inspect products, then inspect pro plans, and there you go. So it's very easy, very fast, and very quick. This selectors with the selector sub inspector, you would be like, you are going to love it a lot. So this is really crazy feature. And whenever you want to disable, just right click and done. So that's the selector sub inspector. Now, validating dynamic XPath. This is the one of the like major problem with every automation tester. I will ask you guys this question. How do you validate or how you say that this XPath is dynamic or static? Can anyone tell me? Like suppose we inspect, let's say this element or this Google search. So you see that here. Can anyone tell me that this XPath is dynamic or static? And if you are telling, uh, or let's say on what basis you will say that this XPath is dynamic or static? How do you guys verify that this XPath is dynamic or static? Can we use this XPath in our automation script? Anyone? How do you guys verify the XPath if it is dynamic or static? Any guess, guys? Anyone? Yes. Yes, you're right. So, like you guys are suggesting, if we refresh the page and then try that if it is dynamic or not, and like if attributed changes as per like operation, then it is dynamic. Yes, absolutely. But now Selectors Hub has done for you guys, because earlier what we used to do, we used to copy this value, right? Let me, you can do this way. Like earlier we were used to like copy this value, paste it here, verify this is one matching node. And now to make sure that this is not dynamic, this is static, we used to refresh the page and again test this value, this is static. Now you will not have to do this. In SelectorsHub Pro, this has been automated now. So you see that you inspect any element, like it is already inspected, you see that here. So this is the XPath. Now you see that here it shows you alert that class looks dynamic. If you want to test the stability of this XPath, whether this is stable or dynamic, you just have to click on this button and SelectorsHub automatically, SelectorsHub Pro version, which automatically verify this and let you know that this is a stable XPath. And if any XPath will be dynamic, it will let you know that that is dynamic XPath. Like, let me show you. Because generally we used to get such kind of dynamic XPath or dynamic element mostly in uh, these kind of web pages like LinkedIn, or dynamic pages where content is coming very frequently dynamically. So let us inspect these three dots here. So it is telling you that this is dynamic. Okay, now let's refresh this page and see. So you see that selectors is telling you unstable XPath, inspect element again, because that element, the previously there was something else. And now when we refresh the page, this is social media, because every time you refresh the page, different content comes on top. So you see that. and ID is dynamic, very much the ID which is there. So that's the reason this is unstable XPath. So now SelectorsHub Pro version tells you automatically whether your XPath is stable or not. So this is the very, very big time problem for our SDATs and automation testers while writing the or while verifying the XPath and like whether that is dynamic or static. Okay, so there's a question. Ansman, is it only for pro members? Yes, these features which I'm showing, like selector sub inspector, validating dynamic XPath, it is available currently in pro version only. But yes, in near future, it will like the free version will always be one version behind. So next, like whenever there will be like big version, big release will be coming in selector sub pro, then all these features will come in free version. But I would suggest like anybody can take the pro version is just almost free. If you are in India, it is just 50 rupees per month, which is like 600 rupees per year, so not even like 1 rupees or 2 rupees per day. And for outside India, it is just $1. So like what can be like less than that? It is not even a tea. I'm sure like you guys can offer one tea to me at least per month for this kind of tool. But yeah, and I will again like request you that you don't take it from your pocket. Take a free trial, ask your company to take the team plan, so your whole team get benefited. And for company, like imagine like just 500 600 rupees what it is per year. That too, option to generate XPath and selectors without a particular attribute. So now you see that in pro version you will have this option to generate like let me go to this practice page. So suppose if we inspect this element, here it is generating with ID. So now you have in attribute filter, you have this option to generate XPath without any particular attribute. Earlier we were having this with attribute feature in free, but now we have the without attribute as well. Like suppose you don't want to generate with some particular attribute, so in that case, that attribute you can pass it here. Like let's say you don't want with ID, you hit enter, it will not generate with ID. You don't want with placeholder, that you can pass it here, so it will not generate with placeholder. So this way it is very helpful. Like you don't want with placeholder, you don't want with ID, just pass it here, uncheck this. So this really great feature. If you want to learn more about it, you can click and learn here, watch the tutorial. I have created separate tutorial for each and every feature. Then there is a advanced search as well in pro version. So like this is really great feature, but if you are playing around a lot of with selectors, then this you will love this feature. So I will recommend the pro version selectors up for to those people, those who really love the automation, to those who really love the innovation, that oh, this can also be automated, oh, this process can also be done this way. So they will really enjoy the pro version. So this is pro version is like full package of innovations. As much as you will explore, you are going to love it. Like here you see that generally we verify XPath, let's say double forward slash age, let's say for all the elements we want to get the XPath. So I'm showing free version, we got 83 match. These are all the matching nodes here. Okay, now you see that XPath is equal to 1 2 is there. We want to, let's say, traverse that all these 83 elements, we want to traverse one by one here, and we want to see their XPath. So how can we see that? In pro version, if you see here, double forward slash a, hit enter, it is showing 83. Okay, now these are all here. Now you want to traverse one by one, and you want to see in the DOM as well. Okay, so you start clicking on this next button, and you see it will scroll and show you that this is the first XPath, first element matching. This is the XPath and selectors for that. Now click next. This is the second anchor tag. These are the selectors for that, and this is that node, and here it is. You click on this, it will show you third element. This is the third anchor tag in this page, and these are the selectors for that. So this way you can traverse back and forward in the DOM. Really great feature. Now again, let me show you, hit enter, 83. Suppose here are all the matching nodes. So this is another great feature in selector sub, that you need not to scroll down to see which all anchor tags are there. So selector sub used to fetch all the matching nodes and show you list down here in selector sub tab, so you can see them. Now suppose you want to generate XBAR, let's say for this fourth element. So you need not to click, of course, here, and you need not to search for that. Just select this element, click on this, and it will generate XBAR selectors for this element. Select this, and it will be able to generate the selectors for that here. So you see that it has generated for this products. So this way you will be able to generate selectors for any particular element, for any particular like whichever elements you want to generate. So like you see that we have clicked on third element, so now it has generated for third element. So this way you can generate selectors for whichever element you want. You can watch the detailed tutorial for about the advanced search. So I'm not going that detail. So this is really great feature. Another great thing, you have the auto generate playwright selector. This is really amazing for playwright selectors. So suppose if you're working with playwright and you want the automatically generate the playwright selectors. So that also you can get it here. By default, we haven't made it upfront because not many people using that currently. But yes, in future, we will make that by default here. So you click on this customize, and here you see that PW selector, select this, continue, and you inspect any element, you will see that it will generate the playwright selector as well. So you can simply copy this and use it in your playwright script. Today, what how people are generating playwright selector, they go here, they run the script, go to console of that open playwright window, go to console, inspect the element, write playwright, and then generate through that. So that's like quite a long process to generate the playwright selector today for playwright users. But here in selectors hub, you just inspect as usual and you get generated. So these are like really amazing features, and apart from this, like there are so many features has been added and invented here in selectors, a pro version and free version. So you just keep trying as much as you will explore. If you're an automation lover, innovation lover, you are going to really love this. How you all can contribute and support. So yes, just go and check out the SelectorsHub website. On Test Case Hub, you can directly start writing test cases and submitting them. And on SelectorsHub, yes, if you're using free version, I will highly recommend that upgrade to pro version. Ask your company to take the team plan. So this way, like it will help us to create more such community product and free products. And those who are not able to afford, like take the pro version, for them, like free version, we can keep on improving and keep on giving more and more these tools, as well as like free bootcamp, free training, free meetup I used to keep posting. So this all like will help a lot. Over to you guys now. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. Anshuman, sure, Anshuman, let me show you that from where you guys take the pro version if you guys want to. So here you see that under like I would say that you just go to products here, and let's say you wanted to take for SelectorsHub Pro, just click on this, and here it's simple 3-4 steps it is. And here you see compare and take the free plan, click on this. So here you can see that all the like it shows you the free comparison of free, premium, and business. So if you are in India, you click on this, and here it will show you if you are going with individual plan. So this is just 50 rupees per month, and I would suggest, of course, go as in like annual plan. So you will not have to, like, of course you can save more, and just you get the 7 days free trial. So here, from here, you can get started. I will highly recommend that you guys go for the business plan, because when you will be taking the means, ask your company to take the business plan. And if you wanted to take for Test Case Studio Pro, so just go to Test Case Studio Pro page, and here click, and you can find all the details for the Test Case Studio Pro. So you will get all the details on the website. I hope, Ansuman, that was helpful. Let me just put the website link here if you guys, by any chance. Any questions, guys, any feedback, feel free to ask me. You can also like reach out to me anytime if you have any question. There's a live chat support on Selectors of website. So if you guys feel any question while taking the subscription or anything, or while using any product, so feel free to let me know. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining. It was great session today. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new. And I'm not sure like which all features you were already using and aware. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. It was great chatting with you. And please spread the word those who are, because still many people are not aware about Selectors Hub and SelectorsHub Pro, these kind of innovations. So they and Test Case Studio, Test Case Hub. So let others know if you want to give demo or present any of these tool in your company. Let me know if you need any help from my end. Yeah. So we'll wait for a couple of minutes if you guys have any question, and then we can end the session for today. And thanks so much, guys, for joining. Okay. Any questions, guys? Any question? Any feedback? And please don't forget to add review and feedback about Selectors of Test Case Studio in Chrome Store. Avi Kumar, where to learn about more about Selectors Hub. So yes, on the Selectors Hub website, Selectors Hub page, you can learn all about Selectors Hub, and lots of tutorial are in this YouTube channel. You will get that all the tutorials I have created. So please watch them here. So anything like any question, any related thing. So actually, like Selectors Hub itself is like self-explanatory. So you just open Selectors Hub tab, whichever feature you will be using, there will be tutorial with that. Or I mean, there is nothing much to learn about it, or it automatically tells you that this you need to do. But still, if you get any doubt, there's for everything tutorial is available in this YouTube channel. And I will request all of you that if you haven't subscribed to channel, you can subscribe it, and please like and share, so you get like all the updates upcoming whenever I'm coming live or any uploading any video. So for that, you can turn on the notification. Okay, so I guess that's all for today. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining, and have a great weekend, great evening ahead, great week. And thank you. Keep supporting, keep loving, and keep sharing. Thank you. Bye bye.